Welcome on to this edition of Run with Coach Parry. I'm Brad Brown, and it's a great pleasure to welcome another one of our coaches onto the platform today. As you would have noticed over the last few weeks, we've been introducing many more of the people behind the scenes, and someone who's very active in what we do here at CoachParry.com is Shona Hendricks. Shona, welcome.
How's it, Brad? Excited to be here.
Shona, just to give people a bit of background, you're the head of athlete success here at CoachParry.com, so you make sure that everyone's sort of getting the help that they need and sort of getting the results that they're after, but you're also our resident strength and conditioning coach, and that's what we're talking about today. Strength and conditioning is probably one of the most under sort of done things, particularly in running circles, but it can make a massive difference. And we've got some strength and conditioning programs on the Coach Parry online training platform as well. There's warm-ups, there's stretching and strength programs. But today's question popped in on the forums, and it's about stretching and whether you should be doing it every day. And if you are, is it good for you, or is it causing more harm than it's doing good?
Yeah, I think it's a question that comes up often. I think, in my experience, I don't think that it's really bad. I feel that runners don't stretch at all. I mean, I know that that's generally the culture. And while some people might think it is bad, I think it's within your sort of limits. And if you've been, told by a doctor or physio that you shouldn't stretch around a certain joint, then yes, you don't want to be stretching beyond that limit. But no, I don't think it causes damage, and I think it is important. So we don't stretch enough as runners, and really we do require good range of motion around certain joints in order to be able to move in the way that we move while running.
Yeah, Shona, you obviously mentioned if you are if a doctor's told you not to do certain things, that's an important thing to do. You don't want to be doing a full-on strength regime if you do have pre-existing medical conditions. Obviously, you want to check it out with your doc and physio first. But if you are 100% and good to go, it's definitely something that can benefit you in the long run.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a fine balance between having too much flexibility and too little flexibility, but also around having good stability around that joint. And that's where the strength programs are so key. So yes, if you're stretching in isolation all the time, yeah, it's probably not going to be as beneficial as if you're complementing that with a strength program. But yeah, you check that with your doc and your physio, make sure that there's no sort of confounding factors that are going to limit or hinder you, but definitely getting increased range of motion, especially around the hip girdle. That's just where runners battle a lot, and particularly hamstrings as well. Stretching those hamstrings and groin areas and adductors, that's really key. But again, with doing some good strength work and stabilizing those areas, that's really going to make the difference.
Shona, another question that pops up around stretching is when to do it. Should you be doing it before a run? Should you be doing it after a run? Should you be doing it on the days you don't run? When is the best time to be doing it? Yeah,
that's an awesome question, Brad, because so many people, and you see it. I mean, I know we don't have a lot of space when you get to a race and everyone's sort of standing there, and it's the good old runners pull your quad stretch up. Ideally, the science states that you shouldn't be doing static stretching, so stretching where you're standing still, holding your joint in a particular range before your exercise. We should be doing dynamic movements, so some leg swings and some runs up and down and some toe touches that are dynamic. Because the static stretching actually has been proven to reduce your power output before your sessions. So really we should be doing some dynamic stuff before your training runs and your races, and then the static stuff afterwards. And then yes, every day you can be doing a good sort of routine of stretching after your sessions, that static stretching after your sessions for a good 20 minutes to really be getting that increased range of motion.
I love it. Well, if you need some help with strength and conditioning and stretching, you'll be pleased to know we have got a full range of programs on the Coach Parry online training platform, along with the training, the running, the cycling and triathlon programs that you can literally overlay on top of your training programs. There's instructional videos, shows you exactly how to do the various exercises. Shona has done them and they look amazing. So if you want to find out more about it, head over to coachparry.com/join. Shona, so glad to finally get you on one of these videos, and we'll have you on again soon.
Awesome, Brad. Thanks, man.